Hey you guys, welcome to Weld.com. It's your host Linnett Key, and today I'm making an ornamental bird cage. I know you guys are like, what is that? But you know what? I decided to make something that's cool, would probably be nice to be outside or in my living room, something kind of artsy and something I can use scrap metal with. So today I decided to use 836 carbon steel, 1 inch by 10 inch, 14 gauge pieces of metal, 12 pieces, and I'm gonna make me an ornamental bird cage. Now for my bottom, I decided I want to make it circular, and instead of freehanding it, I think I know just the guy to help me be able to use a plasma cutter to get it done. Let's go find where Kent the engineer is.
So I'm going to create just a little quick file. So I'm going to start with the file, and then I'm going to go to 2D part. So now I'm ready to do your layout. And I want to do a circle, so I selected a circle here, which is pretty basic, pretty simple. And what diameter did you want on that circle?
Well, for this ornamental bird cage, we're going with 9 inches.
So I'm gonna go 9 inches here. So it created the size that we needed. Okay. So I'm gonna just pick the circle, and I want to copy it. So I'm gonna copy it from the center point, and I'm just gonna bring it over. This makes it a little easier and a little quicker than I don't know, hand cutting.
So for the second circle, we're gonna add a 1/2 inch lip.
So what I'll do there is just, I'm going to offset that then for that 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do 0.5, and it's already there. And I'm going to say, yes, it's good, apply, and we're ready to go.
Oh, that's fire. Here goes our lip. I think we're almost ready. So today we'll be using the Everlast Storm 215C. It's been advertised to be MIG, stick, and a plasma cutter, but today I found out it also does TIG. So basically, it's a 4-in-1. How cool is that? Now let me show you how easy it is to set up this welding machine. So first off, it has arrow settings up top where you can do carbon 25, carbon 100, aluminum, stainless steel, flux core, DC, or cut. The bottom left buttons allow you to select the gauge of the metal, and the right buttons allow you to select the size of the MIG wire. Now that I've told you how to be able to set up this welding machine, let's get our MIG gun and it's weld time. Today I'll be using Bowler's SG2 ER70S6 031 diameter AWS spec A5.18. Now that we have the base of our bird cage, we're going to take 1 by 10 14 gauge plate, and we're going to place them on the edge of our 9-inch diameter. Now remember, you might need more plates depending on how big your build of bird cage is. But for us, we're going to take each plate and we're going to give a space of 1/2 inch in between. Of course, I got my lever right here to make sure that my plate is sitting up straight, and I have my square magnet to make sure it can be held down as I tack it together. Sorry, measure a million times before you cut. So situations like this reminds you why you should have accurate tools to use. Right now, I'm struggling with such a hard magnet, so in the future will remind me to buy smaller magnets so that I won't have such a hard time with lighter metals. That's a lesson for today. Now that I'm done building the walls to the bird cage, it's time to cut for the bird cage door. And usually I would use a grinder, but since we're standing here in front of the Everlast Storm 215C, we can go from MIG to plasma. Let me show you how easy it is. Now we've added our air pressure. We've attached our hose. Now it's time to go from the MIG setting to the cut. Right now we were at C25, so we're gonna press the arrow to the red light goes to cut. Then you'll see torch and work on your screen. You get your base, get your hose, and you're ready to plasma. Now my 2 have become 4. Look at those great cuts. So we're gonna use these 3 to make the door, and this last piece is gonna go on the wall. So now we're going to frame up the door. We're gonna take our 3 pieces, long way, and we're gonna add a small inch of piping because to help our door stay sturdy and for decoration. Now, I know that my gap is 3 inches and 3/4, so I'm gonna make the door gap 3 inches and 1/4, so we can have space for our hinges. So we made the door for the bird cage, and it was a little bit straight, so we had to curve it up a little bit. And let's see if it fits. Looks like it fits pretty well. We're gonna add the hinges to it, and we're gonna put on our door. Now that we're done building our bird cage door, we're going to make our own hinges. We're using 1/4 inch round stock inside a 1/4 inch tubing to make the hinges for the bird cage. So now we have our 9-inch lip that's go on top of the bird cage. But to make it easier, we're going to flip the bottom of the bird cage upside down, position the sides correctly on the top, and then we're going to tack it together. Now we're going to use that 4th piece of the 2 pieces of metal that we cut with the plasma earlier, and we're going to go ahead and tack that piece above the door. Now we've placed our last piece on the wall, and you know what? I think we should add a little more to make it look more like a bird cage. So we'll add an 1/8 inch rod, and we're going to bend it and place it right around our bird cage. There's the rod already bent. We're going to take the rod and we're going to tack it on one side, and then we're going to slowly bend the rod so it can go all the way around. So we've added rod to the last piece of our wall to make it look more like a bird cage, and I decided I would like more of a dome top to it. So we're going to add thicker rod, and we're going to tack to each side using about 3 or 4 more pieces. And the last piece, I decided I'm going to add a hook to it so I'll be able to hang it up if I choose to. Here's the finished product. I went ahead and spray painted it black. You can have a candle or something in it, but all my candles were too little and weren't that pretty, so I decided not to add them. But here it goes, you guys. All right, you guys, so in recent videos, we have been using and talking about Thermocut, and a lot of people have been asking, who is Thermocut? Well, let me tell you who Thermocut is. Thermocut is a maker of aftermarket consumables for plasma cutting, plasma welding, MIG, TIG, oxy-fuel, and now laser equipment. They have the widest selection of any aftermarket consumable company, and between their 5 sales reps, over 100 years of experience, so they know what they're talking about. Of course, aftermarket means you save money compared to OEM parts, but what makes Thermocut unique is how they save you money. Thermocut delivers the same quality for less by using superior design to make their parts more efficient. Besides the savings, their sales reps are always available to help quickly solve issues and get you what you need. And they usually ship the same day. Of course, shipping is always free. Thermocut has 26 locations worldwide. In North America, they are based out of Claremont, New Hampshire, where they serve customers in both the US and Canada. So next time you need to replace your consumables, give them a call or look them up online at Thermocut.com.